We're here at Coops HQ. I think one thing that I'm always trying to battle and get right.
Yeah, I kind of went into a path that my dad did and I realized, like, what do I actually want to do?
Lifelong goals.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna call you forward on this next question. How do you even price a job like that? That's probably what you've got into business to do, right?
They loved the video, but then they said, oh.
You're not a videographer.
Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Founders Club. We've had a little break. We've had a lot of things happening here at Coops, but it's good to be back on a podcast. This episode today, I'll be able to tell my story. I'm here joined with Sam from Raui Productions. He's a good friend of mine. We actually first met through an Instagram message. Sam looking for some more work in the videography space. He now has his own company, so he'll be asking me some questions. I'll be asking him some questions because we have similar businesses. So welcome. Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, thanks for being here, man. Yeah, I think it was, 6 months or 8 months ago we started working together. Yeah, it's been great. My mentor actually told me, he goes, you need to find the best video agency business in your area, message him and see if you work with him. So I saw his stuff and I was like, I got to message him and see if I can get the opportunity to work with him. And then, I think we just kind of exchanged text over that and just went from there. And I think I had my first shoot and I think it was my first edit you gave me, that's right. And I'm pretty sure I stuffed up my color grading. I did it all wrong. I didn't know about the LUTs and all that kind of stuff. So, but he still gave me a chance. And now I think it's about 8 months later and it's been great, yeah.
Yeah, I guess, here a part of the process is we get everyone to kind of show their work before we hire anyone.
That's right, yep.
So everyone's done an edit or if we have anyone in marketing on that end, they show us their kind of skills and how they could apply it to our business. So that's right. Also, I guess just for the audience, we're here at Coops HQ. We're here in the bullpen of the office, not in the boardroom. We thought we'd try up a different scene. But because of that, we are in an active, I guess, workspace. So some of the guys might be flowing in and out. There'll be some background noise, but that's all part of the fun.
Yeah, cool. Great, man.
How about you share with us how you started your business?
Yep.
And why you got
I
into
know
it?
this, we're going to definitely ask you some interesting questions, but I'll just quickly share a bit about my background. So I was a carpenter for about 10 years and decided to go out and start my photo and video journey. My whole life I've just been really into videos and photos, and I used to carry those little JVC cameras when I was a kid and do like little gym videos and all that with my mates. And I kind of went into a path that my dad did and then my dad's did, and then I kind of realized, like, what do I actually want to do? And just went all out, had no camera, had no gear, had nothing, had like $0 in my bank, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna dedicate everything into this. And one of my mates was a PT and asked me to do a video for him, and then it just went from there to another client, and we just had our 3-year anniversary, and it's been great. But I've been working alongside Eve as well. He's been kind of like, I'd say almost like a mentor in a way too, the advice he's been giving me. And he calls me out a lot of my stuff. He gives me, every single time I talk to him on the phone, it's just incredible how many like little details that I miss. Just when you think you know so much, just even about quoting, invoices or emails, all that stuff, he seems to give me like an interesting tip every time. So that's why, a lot of people listening, whether it's you're in photography, videography business, or just business in general, it's good to get some questions, I guess, for everyone else, because he's always asking the questions. So
no, it's actually good, those conversations, because when you ask me the questions, it makes me think about my process and why I do things.
Yeah.
And not all the time I'll have an answer, but if I don't, then it makes me go away and look for the answer as well.
Yeah. I remember one of the first things you said to me, you said, like, there's so many businesses out there, there's no competition to have with anyone, like it's just unlimited work. And because at first I always thought of a competition between all the other, media agencies.
Actually, it's, whenever you go out to a shoot, right, if you're a videographer and there's a photographer there, or if there's another company that has another videographer, it's always like tense. It's like, oh, this guy's steal my work. He's going to steal my clients, and his shot's going to be better than mine. You look at the gear and you're like, oh, this guy's gear is better than mine. Or you're like, I feel good because my camera's better than his camera.
That's it. I was at a shoot last night and they were saying there's another videographer coming in, and I was like freaking out, like, when's this other person going to get here? Sussing out their equipment, and they walked in, and then they said, "Oh, this is a videographer," and I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you. Like, where's your gear?" And she's like, "I'm just doing iPhone content," and I was like, You're not a videographer. Do you know what I mean? I was like, one of those, but still, you can still get some cool iPhone content stuff, but it hurts when you've got all the gear and someone can just do it with their iPhone, you know? It really does.
I mean, yeah, so that's my one thing that I learnt is that the market is abundant. Even the Gold Coast, it's like a small, well-contained market, but there's enough business out there for everyone to have their fair share of the pie.
Yep.
And to enjoy it until they make a proper living.
That's right. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I got my first question for you. If you're ready to go for questions. Ready. Okay. My first question would be, what has been the most difficult challenge you face with Coops Creative that you've kind of maybe kept to yourself a little bit, but you're like feel like if you're comfortable to share it on the podcast?
I think one thing that I'm always trying to battle and get right is, I guess one of them is pricing. You always want to make sure that, I mean, when I first started out, it was like, I can get whatever job I want because I'll just go cheap. And but then you realize you can't make money that way.
Yeah.
And then you got to really try and calculate. So I did one job where I worked hourly.
Yeah.
And the guy walks in, it was an editing job. The guy walks in and he's like, here's the footage, plug it in. And he's like, you can start now. And he was like watching me with the timer, like start on his phone. And then at the end of it was like an hour and 20 minutes. He's been sitting there this whole time.
Wow.
And he's like, all right, you can send me the invoice for an hour and 20 minutes.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, look, I invoice in 30-minute blocks. So of course I only get another 10 minutes out of it. But it was the worst feeling. I felt like a slave to this guy. And I was like, I'm never doing this hourly thing. So I try and price per project.
Yeah, that's better.
But then it comes to the point of, am I estimating the right amount of time and man hours that goes into it? And sometimes clients will throw some curveballs on the shoot or in post-production, like, oh, we wanted it this way. And you're like, you never briefed us about that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, do I tell them I'm going to charge them more, or do I just take it and put in the extra time?
Yeah.
And often we'll take it as we won't charge them extra.
Yeah.
But there are some times where they just keep coming back and forth.
That's right.
Back for more.
Yeah,
and I'm like, look, we're going to charge you more.
Yep. That's right. You got to pick your battles. That's one thing you taught me to pick your battles, because if it's a long-term client, you got to put up with a bit of stuff. But if it's a one-off client, it's the hardest thing. I feel like it's the hardest thing quoting, because there's so many unexpected areas that you just unforeseen circumstances, you'd say, like that you just have no idea that's going to come and hit you. Yeah, just some annoying delay that just can make the job almost completely not worth it. So
or like when it comes to editing, I think it will take this long to edit. My crew take a little bit longer, and I'm like, I should have quoted more.
That's right.
So I've learned to try and add more buffer.
Yep.
But then I always like just that my mindset of like sending out a price that I think is too expensive, but I know that it's the only way for it to be profitable for us.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm like, hopefully they'll say yes. And then they just come back and like, yep, we'll take your top package. And I'm like, I should have added more money to it.
That always happens, hey. Yeah, it's either the highest or the lowest, hey.
That's right.
Yeah. Nah, I fully get you when it comes to editing. Bianca, who's actually behind the camera right now, usually it takes me about 3 to 4 hours to edit a video, but I'm going to show a wedding video after this. It took me 19 hours to edit this video. So and I'm a quick editor, and that took me so long. So how do you even price a job like that? You know, it can be, you have no idea how long the edit's going to take, do you?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, cool, great.
Yeah.
Great first answer. Okay, all right, so tell us a bit about how you started your business.
Great questions. Well, the reason why I wanted to share this was, I don't think anyone knows that I actually started Coops. So my background is I've studied business and marketing, and I previously had a suit store in Sydney with my brother. We had a few different locations, and what I really loved to do was the marketing and the creative side of it. So when we moved up to Queensland, obviously we can't sell suits in Queensland. So I thought
I didn't think of that.
It's too hot here for that. So I thought, I'll do more of the marketing side because that was fun. So I didn't have any money. We spent all our money moving up. And so on a $1,000, I think it was like Zip payment loan, I bought the cheapest little Canon M50, which like, I don't know what made me think I could sell professional videos with this thing.
Yeah.
It's like tiny little camera. My first few jobs I went on, people were like, "Oh, my camera's bigger than yours."
But why did you get into it? Like, why did you just select photos and videos?
I guess I knew what videos can do, and so if I can, whether or not my videos were technically sound, I knew that the way I could shoot the videos and put a story together and an ad together, that it would help businesses.
That's right, yeah.
And so I learned the technical side of it as I grew, and as I hired people that knew more than me. I was able to learn from them and draw from their expertise. But I guess my side was helping businesses grow, helping businesses stand out and be seen. And so that's how I started. So just on the $1,000 little loan, got the cheap camera. And as I got jobs, the first few jobs were like, oh, I'll do it for free, get some experience, or I'll do it for like really cheap, whatever. And they were, started out really slow. But one of the best ones was I saw there was one home under renovation, and I messaged. They saw they had their own Instagram profile for the renovation. I messaged them and said, "Hey, like, can I come and do like a free video of one of your stages, one of your rooms? And if you like it, you can hire me to do the rest of the house." So I went out, did the one room, and they loved the video. But then they said, "Oh, the real estate agent that's going to sell the house actually has his own team already." So and I was like, "Oh, it's a waste."
Yeah, that happens all the time.
But then 6 to 8 months later, I get a call back from that guy saying, "Look, I've got this construction business. Can you film all of our sites?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so that's HNK, and it's like our longest lasting client from like day one to now. That's been an awesome relationship ever since then.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I've shot a couple of H&K sites. It's great. Yeah, I love it. They're awesome clients to work with. So, yeah, isn't it funny how sometimes like when you hear how you first got a client that's like been with you for a long time, it's always an interesting story, eh?
Yeah.
Usually you have to do something that you don't usually do normally. But that's crazy, like $1,000 as well into that camera, like high risk, high reward. That's what came to my mind for that.
Yeah, and everything has been reinvested to get to where we are now. We've got some decent gear. We got a lot of different things. I probably should have focused more on a certain niche instead of just being like, oh, products? Yeah, like I'll buy everything I need for products and then only use it like twice. And then, but yeah, it's good that from that $1,000 investment, being able to grow it to here 5 years later.
Yeah. What is your favorite type of shoot? What would it be?
Favorite type of shoot. I have a few different favorite types. One of them is the shoot and don't do any editing, just give them all the footage.
Yeah, it's like, that's the best. Yeah,
it's almost like I'm not. This is bad. No. I'm not accountable to my footage. I don't have to worry about the edit. That? I can overshoot it and not worry about the hours spent on editing.
Yeah, you overshoot for sure.
Yeah, you just hit record and just keep going.
The best. Just want raw footage, no worries. Yep, great.
Now, my favorite ones probably, we work with developers.
Yeah.
And it's cool because they've got a little bit more budget than your builder or real estate agent, and a bit more time to invest in creating a good story to sell the lifestyle of a certain development. And they always want to be a little bit creative, so they stand out from the crowd. There's a bit more time to kind of cook in a way for the planning, shooting, and editing. So it's cool. And everyone in the team loves them too because it's just the time to really focus and test our skills.
Yeah.
As opposed to real estate and even construction, it's kind of like you go out, you shoot it, and you got to turn it over as quick as you can.
Yeah.
There's no time to really to show off new skills and
details, to
put art into it.
Yeah. You work with some big names, man, like a lot of developers and a lot of big construction names. How much have you learned through meeting these clients and just building rapport? I'm sure you would have soaked up a lot of interesting information from them. One
thing I've learned is age, age isn't a barrier, whether you're too young or too old.
Okay.
So I've had some people that are really young and like in charge of these massive projects. And I'm like, whoa, how do they get there?
Yeah.
And at the same time, there's older people that do work for like smaller projects. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, they feel like they could have done better.
Better, yeah,
But it's, I
totally.
guess it's just a mindset thing. Like you just, it's up to you where you go and what you do. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
What's
cool.
something that you've learned from clients from that work?
Yeah, I was at an event last night, and I've been focusing a lot on events. Like I probably shoot maybe one event a weekend, and sometimes two. Like last weekend I shot two, and whether it's retreats, but I'm around like this person last night sold his business for $500 million. So yeah, every event I'm just like, this is insane. And I feel like if I just keep hanging around with these people, eventually maybe I'm gonna make $500 million. I don't know. But
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I was just telling you before we started filming, someone that sold their business for, like under 100 mil.
That's right, yeah.
But that's $500 million.
Yep, it's insane.
500 mil.
Yeah. So yeah, just around all these big names and coaches and
Like, can't just have a mil.
that's right. I know it'd be nothing to them, would it? Like just a mil.
That's cool. Yeah, being around these guys.
Oh, it's just. And I'm like, I'm not writing this stuff down, so I really hope it's soaking into my brain. But sometimes I've noticed lately, like talking to people and having conversations, I'm saying things and I'm like, I don't even remember like where I learned that from. But I think it does go into your subconscious over and over, just like prints it in there. And yeah, I feel like I've learned so much from so many business coaches. And even last night there was a guy who swam, I think it was the English Channel, if that's a thing.
Cool. Yeah.
And he was like, for his thing, he had to jump in the water at 10 o'clock at night and swim because you couldn't do it in the daytime because it was too windy. So he swam at 10 o'clock at night across, and it was shark infested with great whites. And he said he was swimming it across it, and then he said he felt a couple like bumps on him, and he said he freaked out, but he just had to focus, and there's all these jellyfish and all that, and just hearing stuff like that, it makes you think like, he goes, if you ever feel like there's something hard in your life, that you're struggling with business, do something else that's harder, so that way what you're doing won't feel so hard. And I was like, that's incredible, because I'm going through some difficult situations in business, but it's like, what can I challenge myself that's even harder than that? So I thought that was great advice. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're trying to grow the business and you got to go out of your comfort zone, if you push that beyond that, then you're like,
else,
like the first step was easy. Like, it's nothing.
Yeah, go skydiving or something,
That's crazy. You've also, every time we talk, you always say you got different mentors.
Yeah.
Who are your mentors? How have you picked them? And what's it like?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, mostly my mentors are definitely to do with video and photos, but my biggest mentor who's helped me so much in the past 2 years has been my uncle, which he owns a very successful freight shipping company, and I just call him up every so often. And I believe everyone, like, you should always have a mentor no matter what throughout your whole life. If it's your family member, if it's your friend, but you should always be asking for help. He's helped me incredibly, and just he calls me out, and he's helped me with my sales calls and stuff. And I used to practice my sales calls on him, and he's just having someone who's honest with you and calls you out is the most humbling thing you can ever have, because sometimes you think you're doing well, and then to have someone say, hey, like, you need to be doing better is one of the best things to have. So and even now, like, I'm actually talking to someone at the moment which I'm contemplating on investing again into another mentorship. So, and hearing all these coaches that I go to all these events, some of them have like I forgot his name, Morgan Nelson, I think it is.
Yep.
He says he has like 7 or 8 mentors.
Yeah.
Which is insane, right?
Every business person has a mentor.
That's right.
Like all the successful ones.
Yeah.
They'll have someone that has helped get them to where they are. And
Even
while they're successful, like the billionaires, they still have a mentor that they still talk to, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, even
That's
Mike
crazy.
Tyson
That's
was
good.
the best fighter, but still like wasn't good enough for he had a mentor as well, and he would always like talk him through and say, you're gonna be better, you're gonna be sharper. So, and he was the best. So isn't that just humbles you enough? But yeah, my next question towards you about mentorship is, do you have a mentor? And if so, talk us through that.
Yeah, for me, it was always awkward. Like, I knew I needed a mentor. The first couple years, I was like, nah, I don't need, I've studied business. I know everything that I need to know. But as I dived more into the successful people, I learned that they all had mentors. And so I was like, okay, I need a mentor. And I tried to get, and it's part of the reason why I have this podcast, so I can talk with experienced people and learn from them. But yeah, I tried to get, well, I'd list down people that I want to have as my mentor, but it was awkward for me to like go and say like, hey, can we like give you my mentor?
Yeah,
So
yeah, it is, isn't it?
There are some that I go and I ask my questions every now and then. So there are a few loose mentors, but I ended up investing into a coach, like a business coach. The one I'm with Laura Higgins.
Yep.
And so she's focused on creatives, different people in the different creative industries. But it's cool because as part of her team, she has all these other coaches. And so every week we get on a weekly phone call where they give us some coaching as well as give us time to chat with other people in the group.
Yep.
And so it's cool because you learn from someone in Sydney about their business that's pretty similar to what I'm doing, and you kind of answer each other's questions, problem solve for each other. So yeah, it's been really good.
What's the biggest like takeaway you could give anyone that's listening about that mentorship that you're with, and if it's worth doing something like that?
It is a little pricey, but it's worth the investment. And so whether it's the one that I'm doing or a different one, like just don't go alone. Don't do it alone. Have someone there to coach you along, and it makes a big difference. Even if, like, when you're going through tough times, you go into these phone calls and you like put in your stresses or whatever. You'll find that there's other people that are the same. Another good thing is everyone celebrates everyone's wins. Like a win,
that's true.
For me is everyone's win, which is really cool.
My best mate Travis, he has mentors all the time, and we started our business similar time, and he's making like 40K months now. He's doing incredible work, and like there's been periods in my life where I haven't invested, like I haven't had a mentor, and I definitely think it's something that everyone who is in business should 100% have. It's an ego thing too, you know, like it's
100% an ego
how many
thing.
ego deaths do you
That's
have? They spoke about it last night at this event, and I was like, ego deaths, like you have so many ego deaths along in business, you know, like you really humble yourself throughout the whole journey, like someone telling you like to do this and do that, and like it can be like, especially like a masculine kind of thing, like someone saying you're not good enough, you're not going to be trying hard, and you're like, hey, F you know, like I'm trying my best.
It's like,
you know?
I got into the business so I can be my own boss and tell myself what to do and not live by anyone's rules or expectations. And
I feel like you do speak and talk about the hours that you work. When you started your business, did you kind of go into it to have freedom? Because I feel like it sounds like, you know, to me, you're up every night till like 12, 1 or 2 working, you know, and straight, like sometimes you finish your work and then you go to the office, then you work, and then you go home, hang out with your family, and then you work after that. So, talk us a bit through that. Like, are you still enjoying that, or are you trying to get away from that? Because I know like that's not probably what you got into business to do, right?
Bit of both. So I guess I got into business because one was like, you know, you want that freedom. But I guess for me, I just saw the difference that, or my upbringing, I saw the difference that business could make on others. That you can employ others, help other people. You can also make profits and then use those profits to like help people in need. And that's always something that I've always wanted to do.
Yeah, it's cool.
But I always knew that there was the grind and the hustle behind it. My dad was one of the hardest working people, and still is, that I know. And he always puts in long hours. So that's probably where I learnt to work long hours regardless. Just get the result, put in what the time and effort is needed. So at the moment, I'm in between. Like I've got my family, and I definitely need to prioritize them and have time with them. And that's why, so I'll work up until like 5, somewhere between 5 and 7 p.m. I'll go home before Linnea goes to sleep, spend a couple hours with her. And then after she's asleep, I'll go and continue to work more.
Yeah.
And
that's a lot, man.
But it's fun.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
It's all part of the process. And one day the goal for us is to be able to take an extended period of time traveling, but I can still be involved in the business just from afar, like whether it's a weekly meeting and then if, 1 or 2 hours a week or 1 or 2 hours a day from like a remote location. Like that's
the
our
goal.
dream.
Yeah, cool. So goals. Speak us through some of the goals that you've completed this year for 2025.
Oh yeah, so this year we actually every year we kind of set out a list of goals as a team.
Yeah.
We all want to achieve, and 2024 we had 24 goals. 2025 this year we had 25 things to do.
Yeah.
We don't always get through them all. We've never gotten through them all. Probably get through like 60-70%, but it's cool because it drives us, drives the whole team to achieve things and to push ourselves and reminds us of what we want to do.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can be stuck in the daily grind. But one of the cool things that we had this year was, and I've spoken about it a few times, was getting a business award.
Ooh,
An industry award. So we won the best photography business on the Gold Coast.
Yeah,
so that was cool.
Awesome.
And everyone was, it was expensive, the tickets, but we all went.
That was a great night. It was a great
fun,
night.
Yeah. It was cool. It was a good like team building thing. We all are a part of that win.
Yeah.
And I think everyone felt it. So
how was that?
cool.
How was that for you? Like on an emotional level, like I'm sure you would have gone home with the missus and been like talked deeply into that, because that's a huge thing to get, man.
I don't know if I fully processed it.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah.
It was like the coolest thing. And the fact that we set this goal out and actually, on the board we actually put to win the award. And so it was cool just to see that we can set a goal and achieve it.
Maybe you should process it, because it's a huge W, man. Like it really is. That's awesome. Like, celebrate it. Like, I don't know, have you recently gone on a holiday with the family?
We went camping.
Yeah,
but we actually bought tickets. We're going on a big holiday next year.
Yeah, okay.
So
that's cool. There you go. That could be a celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's a huge goal to tick off.
Yeah.
You need goals, don't you? You need
That's
goals
right.
every year.
What about your goals?
Yeah, same thing. I think I've got 2 more left to tick off. I think you just have my own personal content shoot, just stuff like that. I actually wrote go on a podcast. Just because I knew I was coming on here. Yeah, I wrote it this week. Just so it looks cool on the 2025. Yeah, but I've got some big goals, and I've ticked off pretty much 90% of them, which is great. There's only 2 more that's left for this year. So
I remember at the start of the year we had the conversation about goals, right?
Yeah, that's
and
right.
We were like, we've got these big goals, but how do we get there? And then we're like, okay, we've got to set these sub goals and tick those off. And as long as we're ticking the little things off, then we'll get to the big goal.
That's right.
So that's,
I've already started writing my 2026 goals. I've already got 6 of them down, but I know it's a bit iffy because it's like, shouldn't you already trying to be doing that now before 2026? But I don't know. I feel like I've gone pretty hard this year. I've given it everything I've got, and there's only a couple months left. So I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of winding down the last couple months. So that's, not feeling guilty about that and being like, I deserved it. I've worked my absolute ass off the past 8 to 9 months. So
to me, the craziest thing for you is you had a baby.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, 4 months old. It's been. I don't even know how to explain it. It brings out the best of you, and it also brings out the worst of you. Yeah, I definitely feel that. It's like just trying to I don't know, just test your patience. Like, I love her so much. I'll do anything for her, and it's completely changed my life, but it really tests your patience, because you could be doing 100 million things in business, and then your partner says, hey, can you just mind the baby for a couple of hours? And you're like, oh, and then you hold this thing, and it just and everything just kind of, everything goes away, and you stare into her eyes, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I forgot what I was even doing, and it's a beautiful thing. So it really it really brings you a different level. And I feel like they talk about it in a scientific level, something has happened to me, as a man, knowing that I have a baby now, like a provider. It's honestly made me work so much harder, and I don't get tired anymore. I used to get tired and complain all the time. The other night I woke up 12 times. Last night I woke up about 6 times, and you're just waking up every hour for the baby, or something's happening. You hear the baby cough, and you're like, is she dying? What's going on? And you run in there and she's just coughing, but you think she's choking on her vomit or something like that. So you're always up. But it's made me go I'm going to make sure that when she's older, she's so proud of me, and she's so my dad's the best. My dad's, big and strong. He's like got this really cool business going on. A lot of people admire him. He's just such a cool dude, So that's what's in my head, and I'm working my ass off to make sure I strive for that. Yeah.
No, that's cool. And she will be proud, and she is.
Yeah.
And your stepdaughters are proud of you too.
Yeah.
For sure.
So it's been great. I also have 2 beautiful other daughters, which I used to say stepdaughters, but I call them as my daughters now. Yeah. So it's 3 girls plus the missus, so it's 4 girls at home. So definitely got that like feminine kind of energy to me. I don't know. It's just been around like the feminine. I love it. It's very soft. So yeah, hanging out with guys like you as well. It's good to have that kind of like that masculine touch too, and like my uncle as well. Just challenging me, because you got to be like, I'd say to be like the divine. You got to have you got to be that feminine and that masculine. You got to have that like half to make you the divine human. That's
right. I fully agree.
Yeah. Man.
The crazy thing was the week you had the baby, you were still working.
Yeah.
There's no rest.
Yeah.
Right. As the business owner.
I know. Like, I would love to talk to other business owners about that. Like when they have a baby, do they go straight back into work, or do they have a week or 2 off? Because it's I remember when I was on a retreat. I think it was like 2 or 3 days after I had the baby. Everyone was like, oh, like, how's the baby going? And I'd be like, we just had the baby like a couple of days ago. I think I even said 48 hours old. And they were like, what are you doing at this shoot? Yeah. I was like, I got to pay the bills.
You got to provide. Yeah,
I got to provide. So, but I also had the best night's sleep at a retreat, which is
that's good.
Like,
yeah.
I had to, like, oh no, I've got to go away and have a good 8 hours sleep. So, yeah, it's kind of a bit like that. So, but yeah, man. So yeah, I feel like having a family, running a business is the best thing, man. Yeah, I love it. It's been great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And Michaela is holding it down for you as well.
Yeah, she's got the baby right now. My beautiful partner. She does the back end of my business, so she's unreal. It's always good to have. I think you definitely got to have a partner who's almost invests in your business just as much as you are. And the same with you as well, right? Your partner, like she pops in a lot, and she was at the awards tonight too. Like she's just always around in the picture, and that's great to see, man. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not involved in any of the work, but she's definitely fully invested into supporting me and us in whatever way she can. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man. I've got a couple more questions.
Yeah.
Okay. This would be, like, we've been talking about business overall, but I think we should do a tailored question more specific to, let's say, video and photo businesses that are just starting. So this might be like a nice little clip to have. What would be some areas that you'd say would be the most focused areas if you're starting a video and photo service business? Off the bat, you just bought the camera, you're ready to go. You're like, what do I do? How do I start this thing? What would you say would be the most important things to do at the start of the journey?
It's about putting in the reps. So I think it's all about cold calls, DMs, literally going into businesses. That's what I did. Going to real estate businesses and going into shops and saying, hey, can I get some photos for you? That kind of builds that's the foundation of kind of that grit you need.
You need the grit, yeah.
Because at every stage, there's always something difficult and tough you got to overcome, every stage of business. And that's just the start of it. So if you can't do that, then you probably won't last long, or you can't do anything else in business. But you have to be able to do those awkward things, the things that nobody wants to do. I guess one of my favorite quotes is, if you want extraordinary results, you need to put in extraordinary effort.
Whoa, that's a good one.
So you can't start a business on work-life balance. You can't think, okay, I'm going to put in 5 to 8 hours of work when you got no clients. Yeah. Even if you only have one client or whatever. Yeah. You need to put in more time.
That's great advice, and people should really listen to that coming from you, because you have I feel like you just have hundreds and hundreds of clients. Like, you just always got either a new client every week, or you just have all these retaining clients that you have. So, yeah, that's definitely the best advice. Like, outreach and cold calls and going into businesses, and that's a very old school method, isn't it? Like knocking on a door and doing that. Yeah, when I started, I did the same thing. I knocked on a couple of doors, and every one of them, I got rejected like every single time, mate. Like,
the crazy thing is, you think someone says like, "Oh yeah, I'll take your card." You're like, "Yes, that's a sale. I got my first sale." And then you like do the follow up call the week later, and then they're like, "Who are you?"
Yeah,
and like, what? You do another follow up call another week later, and they're like, "Aren't you? Don't you understand? I don't want to work with you."
That's right. Like, dude.
Yeah.
And it's the best feeling when you get that client, even like that first client, you know, or like that big client.
That's
You can't
almost
explain.
like,
I'd say it's like winning a grand final. That's what
Yeah,
I say. Like
it's
it's
a
the
high.
same feeling.
like the first time you win the client or the biggest client you'll ever have. Like every stage is always like the big scream.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
and
You
we'll be like,
celebrate.
"Yeah."
Yeah, you celebrate. Yeah, that's another thing my mentor taught me. Like, don't celebrate too early as well. Like, until you're paid, you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, but so many times, like, so many times if you just celebrate way too early, and they don't, and it doesn't follow through, and you just they say yes to everything, but then they change their
Then it
minds.
comes time to collect money and they don't show up.
Yeah, yeah, that's 100%, man. Yeah.
Do you have any other advice?
As to businesses in photo and video that are starting,
Yeah.
okay, I'd say that's great, you know, like the outreach and all that. But I would say if it's hard, like if you feel like it's too hard for you and if you feel like it's too challenging, I would say like don't do it then, because like it's gonna be lonely, like extremely hard, like even depressing, like like honestly, like the first 2 years was so like freaking hard, man. Like it really was. Like you question yourself, you wonder if days are even worth it. You can't pay rent. Like it's honestly like if that adversity is something where it hits you and you're like, I can't do this anymore, then just quit and give up, because you don't have the right mentality. Like you have to be. It's almost like a David Goggins mindset. You know, you have to really just be like you have to forget your emotions, you have to forget your feelings, you have to ignore it all and just pursue, just keep going, and don't give up on don't give up on clients. Message them 100 times until they block you out.
Right.
You know, like that's what they say. It's until they block you out, keep messaging, keep cold calling them, keep outreaching them, and be that annoying guy. The annoying guy always gets it. The annoying guy always gets a trophy. That's what I always think about. Like just be that annoying person, and that's another thing about ego death. Your personality kind of changes along when you start your business. I feel like you want to be the same authentic self, but I feel like so many times your personality can change along the road. You can kind of be like a gecko where you just have so many different personalities. And right now I'm trying to make sure that I'm like 100% my authentic self. So that's, I would say, like be 100% you. Try not to watch too many sales videos and be like all this salesy type of person. Just be you and be real. And you want clients that choose you for you. And that's the main thing. So people love you for you. Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, great. A couple more questions for you.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one I would say is, man, so I always talk to Eve about his team. He has an incredible team. I always say, man, like I want to build up my team like your team. Every time I walk in the door, they're always happy to see me. You got such a good environment here. How did you build up a team like that? What have been some challenging things along the road too, as well, building this team, and how is it as well, like just having such an awesome team whenever you come to work?
It's the best. It's like once you start hiring people, it's like you're not alone anymore.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the pressure's on because you got to make sure that there's enough work for everyone to do and that you pay everyone's wages. But it's the best. I think most important thing is to like skill, expertise is important. But culture fit is probably more important because they can upskill. People can upskill and can learn, but they can't change who they are. And so if you don't get along with them and they're not the personality type that you want clients dealing with and all of that, then probably not best to go ahead with that person, no matter how good they are.
Yeah.
Because you want to make sure that you enjoy coming to work and working with these people.
Yeah.
So my team, I love them. All of them are like really fun. Like we all get along really well. And coming to work when it's just me or just me and Massa, like we have fun too.
Yeah.
But it's different when it's the office is quiet, everyone's out shooting. But when everyone's in, it's like the best. Days go by quicker.
Yeah.
And everyone just kind of bounces off each other, like creatively and skill-wise. Everyone's learning together just naturally by being around each other.
That's right. But a good team takes a good leader, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, you don't like. I know you're a very modest guy, but like, if you could say anything to boast about yourself, like, how do you feel like you create this team? So how do you feel like you would say some things like, how do you create such a good team like this? What have you done?
I think I genuinely care about my team. I'll just randomly pull some of them aside for some one-on-ones, catch up, see how they're doing.
Yeah.
Genuinely invested and really do care about what they do in life, not just their time here.
Yeah.
And often when during the onboarding process of the new team member, I ask about their goals and see, actually even before then, like in the interview process, like what are your lifelong goals?
Yeah, that's right.
See if we can be a part of that and helping them get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's that being genuine and really caring for the people that you have stewardship over.
Yep.
I think, and hopefully they can feel it.
They're actually listening
that
right
I care
here,
about
so
them.
you better make sure you say the right stuff because they're right here, aren't they? So.
How about yourself? You're building a team too.
Yeah, I'm building a team. Yeah, I think there's about 6 or 7 of us now. So we got actually my first big team meeting today at 3:00. So yeah, keen for that. That's why I'm asking questions to get some advice, on how to operate a team and all that. Because there's definitely some things I'm I need to work on with my team. I haven't put enough effort into my team. Even my mentor said every week you need to be having. You need to be teaching some things, or even having meetings just to talk about some of the things they need to work on, or how a good question is to ask your team how have you been as well? Is there anything that you need to work on communication with them? It's really important to make sure they're feeling the same as what you're feeling with them. Yeah.
Every year when we set our team goals, I also encourage everyone to set their personal goals and try and get them to share it with me so they're accountable to it.
Yeah, true.
I need to do a better job of following up on everyone's personal goals and making sure that they're on track and that I'm doing what I can do to help them hit those goals.
Yeah.
But often at the end of the year, everyone hits their personal goals, which is good.
That's great, yeah.
The other thing that I do and that we do as a team is we often do a lot of team things together. Team lunches, or we have a Coops Creative Day every 6 months or so, where it's a bit of fun, but it's also learning. And on the Coops Creative Day, no one works on client work. We all have this special project that we only learn about on the day.
Yeah, that's
everyone
fun.
either works on it individually or together, and it's fun. And that builds the team, unifies everyone, and adds variety to everyone's work day.
That's great. I remember that day. That was awesome. I'm going to call you forward on this next question, and I want you to look at the camera for this one, right? So, what are some things that you're going to promise for everyone else to see in 2026 for Coops Creative? Some big things.
Big things.
Yep.
2026. Okay, this is one that especially Massa has been asking for and following up on me every week. We'll have a new Coops HQ in 2026.
What? I don't know about that.
We want to get a space where we can have pretty much a studio in the space.
Okay.
I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what type of studio, because I know there's so many white psych walls out there on the Gold Coast.
Heaps.
There's an infinite number. So I want to make sure that when we have a space and one that we can hire out, that it hits the market in the right spot, and that it's in a good location for us. But that's one on the top of the list for 2026.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so
it was actually our goal for 2025.
Oh, was it?
But nothing. It's got to be the right timing for that one.
Yeah. That's huge. That's a huge goal, man. So you're expanding Coops. You want to go bigger and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the second one is that second one is just that I'm not gonna hold a camera.
Oh.
Nah, wait. That's too much. But I'm not going to send myself out on shoots to do work because I need to focus on growing the business.
Yeah.
So
that's huge.
Those are the two.
That's massive, man. No holding the camera for 2026.
I might hold the camera as someone's assistant on the shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, because there is so much work in the back end stuff, isn't there?
And often if a client says they want to shoot on a certain day and I know that everyone else is booked or caught up in edits and stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. So my goal is to say no.
Say no, yeah,
so
right.
It's okay to say no.
It's okay to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes a while to get to that point where you can say no, right? It takes a long time because we're so used to saying yes because we're so at the start we're just desperate
I'll
for
take
anything.
it. I'll take it. Yeah.
So that's good, man, that you're at a point now where you can just say no. Well, almost at a point. Yeah, 2026.
I'd say I'm at the point, but I just need to change my mindset to be able to say no.
No, that's cool, man. Yeah, you got such a good mindset towards that, man. It's great, and it's it's been awesome. Just having this time, hanging out with you, working with you, and we catch up and go for walks and all that together as well. And even on shoots, it's been great. And yeah, like it's just
Can I
pretty
say
awesome.
thank you to you? Because you also hold me accountable to a lot of things. And like a lot of my personal goals too, like my health and fitness as well. You're like,
Yep.
hey, today I want you to achieve, do this and do that. And I'm
What
like,
was the one I told you last at the on the construction
is that what you were
site?
hoping me to say on
Yeah,
the camera?
yeah.
So the last one, Sam was saying I need to start surfing in 2026. And I was like,
Yeah, that's right.
ooh. I'm like, end of 2026, I'll get on a surfboard.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, like I'm happy that you push me, and also that you ask these questions because it gets me thinking about
Yep.
what I'm doing. That's why I was like, oh man, I need you here for this
Yeah.
podcast to
Yep. That's it.
help
Iron
get these
sharpens
things out of me.
iron, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. What are your goals for 2026?
Yeah, buy a house. That's my goal. Yep. I want to buy a house next year. I want to open up my studio as well. Hopefully we don't go for the same one. Yeah. Yeah, I have an international shoot. Yeah, I've had like just national
That's
shoots.
cool.
Is that what you call it? But yeah, have an international shoot. Have you guys had an international shoot?
No.
No. Yeah.
We've gone interstate a lot.
Interstate,
We,
that's right,
we ended
that's
up
right,
down
yeah.
to Sydney quite a bit,
Yep.
and to like Coffs Harbour and things like that.
Yep.
International school, yeah.
Yeah, it's
that's
so
something we'd love to do as well.
It's so funny, man. Like I've just started writing my 2026 goals, and then all these things have come up, like saying you can actually get these goals done this year. At the event on the weekend, this lady said, "Hey, if you go to my Airbnb and you take some videos and photos in Bali, I'll take your whole trip. Like it'll be all covered." So I was like,
That's
"That's
right.
cool."
I
Yeah, I
remember
think I was
that.
talking about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, That's actually my to-do list this week. I'm gonna hit her up and say, "Hey, I'll take that offer. I'll go down and shoot your Airbnb in Bali." And I said, "Can I bring the baby?" And she's like, "Yeah, there's the nannies there that can like take care of the baby and all that. Like they're
That's
actually
cool.
part of the whole trip." So
That's cool.
that's cool. Yeah, just having that. So yeah, I talked to Michaela about it this week, and she's like going crazy about it. Like she's like, "Yes, we got a holiday with baby. Like how good's this?" And we just got our passports too. So
Oh, awesome.
yeah, they were a bit expired. So yeah, man. So yeah, keen for that. And yeah.
Could we end on 2 questions I ask everyone? One is, what are 3 traits, just quick fire, of a successful entrepreneur?
Yep.
In general.
Okay.
What's that one?
3 traits of a successful entrepreneur. I'd say ego. I would say discipline, not motivation, but discipline. And the last trait would be a sponge. Yeah, sponge enough everything. Be curious. Be curious with everything and everyone around you. Everyone's got some information that can help you, or just good to know. So yeah, be curious about everything.
I really like those, and I agree with those.
Yeah.
Ego. Was it ego?
Discipline,
And
sponge.
be a sponge.
Yeah, be a sponge.
That's cool. Actually, I should have asked that first because there's a deep. We could go into each of those for a while. But
Yeah.
all right, and the last
Last
question is, what's a quote or mantra what's your favorite quote or mantra you live by?
Okay, I would say my favorite quote is when death comes to get you, make sure that you're alive. When death comes to get you, make sure that you're alive. As in, does that make sense?
No.
When death comes to get you, make sure you're alive. Yeah. So it's as in like
So make sure you live your life to its fullest.
Yeah.
That you're at the end, like you don't die early. That you've done everything you can.
yeah, it's
or-
like, I mean, I wish I could get that one out.
Oh yeah, make sure you're living life.
Yeah, that's it.
You're healthy. You're enjoying life. You're doing everything you wanted to do.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, make sure like, I don't know, as bad as it sounds, I feel like you meet a lot of people and it feels like it's almost like they're already dead inside. Like, you know, they hate what they're doing. They don't like their life. So, and there's, you're never too late to start, you know, like, yeah, if it's a business or if you wanted to create a beautiful family or, yeah, get in shape or anything, like you're never too late, you know. It's so, yeah, make sure you just live in the life to your fullest and you're happy and you wake up every day and you're happy to do everything. I feel like truly every single day I wake up and I'm so blessed to like go to my shoots or even come here to the podcast or hang out with my baby, like, and I create that life myself, like not to be like boosting myself or anything, but I honestly like, yeah, work my ass off to make sure that I choose to wake up and yeah, put a smile on my face every day, you know, and I wish that for the same for everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
cool.
Can I finish off with asking you a question too?
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna wrap it up. Okay, my last question for you. If there's something that you could say to the younger version of you, what would you say?
The only limiting factor is yourself and your mind.
Cool.
Yeah. And I'm still, I'm still trying to master that. And I think there's many of my goals that are limited by the mind and my own mindset and what I believe I can achieve. And so my pursuit is to try and master it so that I can achieve anything in life.
Mastermind, yeah.
Yeah, that's that.
Great, man. Well, it's a pleasure coming on the podcast, and I hope everyone gets a lot out of it. And hope everyone gets to know a bit more information about Coops too. Yeah, he's an awesome person, and he's he's a great person to work along with too. So yeah, thanks for having us on, man. I appreciate it. It's been a great 50 minutes. So yeah, awesome.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, man. All right. Cool, done. That's a wrap.